This is Jones C. Edwards Stadium in Huntington, West Virginia. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders and the Marshall Thundering Herd. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field for the first possession of the game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. He's been a really good complementary piece to this passing attack. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's good. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
Pulls it on the option. There's some room. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a deep grab. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Middle Tennessee State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the sophomore running back. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shaw. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Here comes the heat, and it's a sack.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Peels the punt and try to pick up some yards. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Knocked off his feet.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
With the catch, it's Allen. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's Shaw. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3-and-out out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm. I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Complete on third down. Gets it inside the 10. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. It's Yaw. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's paid. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Got a man. It's Allen. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw it again. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Hey, just a great job by the defense. 1st down, the whole menu's open to the offense. They try to slip in the screen pass. They see it right away. Get him on the ground for no gain.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, to put them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pit.
Makes a grab and room to run. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or 2, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed,
There's a crease. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside. It's Shaw. Makes a pass to Marker. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Lining up from the 34 on first down. This time he wants to throw. Got a man. It's Taylor. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Starting to feel a little pressure. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to him. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really concerned.
Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Payne.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Middle Tennessee State sidelines. Guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I will keep you posted as this game goes along. He's going to have to fight through some things here today, and I'll let you know how it's looking down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
You knew this first possession of the second half. It goes a long way deciding who's going to win this football game. It's tied, but this defense comes out. Great job setting up a 3rd and long, getting a stop, getting the ball right back to their offense to create some early momentum.
So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Got it behind the line. It's Payne. And they get him down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. From the gun. Give on the inside. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Culliver. Turning it on. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Spins away from the defender. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. And that one will put them up here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Road.
Checking in from the Middle Tennessee State sidelines. One thing I'm really keeping my eyes on here today, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He told me before the game that he has had to really fight through some soreness throughout the course of this week. I can tell you he's already taken some contact, and it is definitely a storyline that I am following throughout the course of this game. I'll keep you posted with everything I hear down here on the sidelines.
Makes the grab in their space. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Gain of 22. And first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second and inch is a really good time to take a shot. Back to the ground with the running back. Might have a chance. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give is to Taylor. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. The sure hands, it's Jones. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And his slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Might as well stick with him. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Hauls it in. Could be an alley. Big gain on that one as he steps. With a first down.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw one last week, but that really ate him up all week long in practice. He wanted to come out here, put his best foot forward. He's done just that.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run play action. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Hurd! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Checking in from the Middle Tennessee State sidelines. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Under fire. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dances away to buy time. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Payne. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Tight end now in motion. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and 1.5 miles. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Keeps it himself. It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Galloway. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grabbed behind the line. It's Shaw. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Got some room to run. He's at touchdown, Marshall! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by
got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough.
the Nevada Wolfpack and the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Coming out with it, it's Turner. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Turner. Finding some room. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
This offense has it with really good field position. Running inside. It's all. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Turner. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Finding the down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. Motion from the wideout. Maybe a crease. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1, and this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Nevada will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll keep it on the ground. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Makes the grab. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shaw. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games.
Got a little grass. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Allen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The run inside. It's Taylor. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 1. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period. Middle Tennessee is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Motion from the wide receiver. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a lot of times on these play sheets, the offensive coordinators, man, they go, who do I want to get the ball to? How can I get him the ball? And sometimes when the space cramps down here in the red zone, how do you feature your guy? Nice job. Getting a little
Snags it and he's open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Running inside, it's Taylor. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to him. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, MTSU. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morgan. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Pulled down for the tackle.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And they're not on the same page there.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Woods. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from us.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Lacey. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Brown again.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. On the move, he fires. Got his man downfield. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Woods. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. One more snap coming before halftime. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Still running at the 40. There he goes. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Razorbacks with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back to your game at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Floyd Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Nevada set to kick off to start the third quarter.
Set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Going to the run to start this second half. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good, solid tackle.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Fires quickly. At the 40, there he goes. Breaks free in the middle. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Once he got some room, it was over.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field, the offense ready to go to work. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. A give to Brown. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The run inside. It's Taylor. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Running inside, it's Taylor. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect. Protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Lacy. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, you've got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. Because of that pass rush, that QB had no shot.
Shotgun snap on third down. Got his man on the right. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Hand off for Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some.
Makes the catch and he's free. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job on the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stops right there. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Back to pass on second down. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, it's Turner. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Nevada going quickly. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice.
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, it doesn't get more simple than that. The receiver just running a hitch route, and he can't look the football in, and somehow it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. This Nevada offense really has it going.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's caught. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Nevada moved the chains through the air. Let's see if they throw it again on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Touchdown, Nevada! And the comeback is on.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the 2nd half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. On his feet at the 40. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Nevada. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Firing to the right, complete. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football.
They've got a 1st down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Finds his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nevada.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Options galore here. Second and just a few inches. Off play action. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
So here comes our first play of overtime. They'll start this drive with a pass. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now to keep this overtime drive going on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They give it to him again. Here's a little room there. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off.
He's going for the goal line. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.